Welcome to World Changers channel, where you get the latest news update in and around the world. We give you facts, not fiction. The news we want to look at today is Vybz Kartel found Jesus while in prison. Let's get right in the story. In 2011, Vybz Kartel in a previous interview declared that he did not believe in Jesus. This happens at a time when Kartel was at the peak of his career. As a very influential dancehall artist who people see as the world boss. When asked what was his fate, this is what Vybz Kartel declared.
Vybz Kartel is a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. So when you say believe in God, if you mean Jesus, I'm not a religious person like that.
God in the context of Christendom, of Christianity.
No, I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in Buddhism. I don't believe in Islam. Because to me, religion is division. It's just one more thing to divide people. Religious wars are the most violent wars in history. And it can be proven with even the recent 9/11 attacks in New York City. That is a religious war.
Is there a supreme being in your consciousness?
My supreme being would be life. Life is the ultimate. Because life is ever continuing. That's why the world is a circle. Because anything that is circular is always mobile. Life goes on. Vybz Kartel comes on the earth as kids. Vybz Kartel dies, his kids grow up, have kids, they die, and so on and so on. So I believe in life. Not in any one religious being or saying Jesus or saying I'm going to believe in Buddha, I'm going to believe in Allah. You know what I mean? Because when Vybz Kartel travels the world, I've been to Japan. Millions of people in Japan, they don't know about Jesus. They have their own God. So in the Christian view, all of those people when they die, they would be going to hell. And in the Japanese view, all the Christians when they die, they would be going to hell. So that in itself alone is confusion. So I say Rastafari is a way of...
That was Vybz Kartel back in 2011. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take a break right now. We're gonna take a break. Just listen to some music and then we're gonna come back with more. Stay tuned. That was Vybz Kartel back in 2011. Now let's fast forward to 2024, 13 years later. News Vybz Kartel, in his first interview after being released from prison, stated that he met Jesus while being in prison. Take a listen to this clip.
Say, God thinks so deep, you know them here there? You know he's not a religious person back then time. So whenever did I feel that so deep and when I lie, you see, like Job and them man there, you know say them man they real, because sometimes when you go through certain hardship and you buck up in a certain obstacle in your life and tell them man if you're not turn to God man, you're dead in a show. You know them.
Now that you get the facts, what lesson can you learn from this? In Psalm 119 verse 71, David said, "It was for my affliction that drew me close to God." In other words, David was saying if he never had a problem, when I never find God, when he was going through his affliction, that's the time really find God and find out that God is real because he had was to call upon God. So many times in life we find ourselves when we are at the top of our career or at the hype of our life, we don't have no time for God. We don't believe in a God. Many people are like that. It's not just Kartel. But there comes a time when you find yourself in problem. You find yourself in a situation where you have no one else to turn to. And that is what the time God show up. Can I tell you something, my friends? God will allow you to go through a situation. I know God put the situation on you. God is not the one who put the situation on you. God don't create problem for people. But the enemy will create problem for you. And because God loves you so much, God will allow you to go through a situation and get down in the valley sometime or to face a mountain sometime just in order to get your attention. It happened to David. It happened to Moses. And so many other examples in the Bible where it happened to people. Even Saul. When Saul never knew God, he was about to prosecute the church and destroy the church. And God met him on the way to Damascus. Let me tell you something, man. God will allow you to go through a situation just in order to get your attention. But this is what happened to Kartel. Kartel find himself in a situation where he have to turn on his mouth now and say, listen, if it wasn't for God, it just comes to the realization and the consciousness that there's a God. Kartel found Jesus while he was in prison. That's the point I'm trying to bring out to you. I did not say that Kartel is a Christian right now, because maybe what we take Christianity for is different from what some people see. If you're not going to church and baptize, nobody don't take it to be Christian. But the greatest thing that he find him maker and find the creator. And that is very important. He said one thing in 2011 and turn on in 2024 and change him out and say it was God. The relationship that he have with God that allow him to go through this. So I just have one advice for Mr. Kartel and his fans out there. Let me tell you something. Know that God has given you another chance, Mr. Kartel. Make the best use of it. I hear you have some plans for the future, but don't make any plans without God. You understand? You cannot make your decision and make your plans without God, because you don't want to go back through what you go through again. And for all of his fans who see him as their idol and see him as the world boss, Jesus is the only boss. You understand? Jesus is the biggest boss. Don't worship man, don't idolize man. You understand? And Kartel don't allow these people to get to your head and let you go do anything crazy. You understand? Just trust God and live and allow God to run your life. And I just encourage everybody. In life, no matter where you reach in life, don't leave God out there. Don't leave God out of your life. Because God will allow you to face a mountain. God will allow you to be in a situation just in order to get your attention. I hope this message helps somebody today. I hope somebody learn something from this message. Just keep it locked to World Changer News for the latest updates and the biggest news that's going on in and around the world. I'm out.